What is unhealed within us? What is unclean in our hearts? What is tangled in our minds? It doesn't matter whose fault it is. It does not matter if you're wrong or if other people were wrong. It doesn't matter. And I know you're going to say, but it's not my fault. What I'm saying to you is that at the end of the day, damage has been done to many believers. And it is the Lord's prerogative to heal those things for His glory so that He can shine through you. Because when your heart's all hard and dark and full of unforgiveness and bitterness and anger and old resentments and pain, yada, yada, that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? He can't truly use you. You can't really be walking with the Lord, because in order to walk with Him, you have to crawl first as a believer. In order to crawl first, you have to receive the love of God, just like babies, you know. You don't want your growth to be stunted. Just like when you're a child, you grow up with a dysfunctional home. Whatever it is, whatever happens, and you grow older and you have these same toxic habits. It wasn't your fault, but still, you're now the person with the toxic habits. You have to take accountability. So the Lord is saying, you know, for many believers, they are still tethered to the ground, tethered to this earth, tethered to what is old by things that have happened in the past. And though he hears the cries of many hearts that cry out to Him, that want to go forward, but again, it's like a tether, like an air balloon that wants to take off, yet it is held to the ground by these ropes. And He's saying, I can cut them, but you have to do things my way. Do things my way. That is all He, he's been talking about lately, about I am the truth and the way of the life, and the life, and Jesus Christ is the way to God, the only way to God, and He is also the way that we live in this life. He has a path, a specific way for every believer, and it does look different for every believer, because He uses us all for His glory differently. So He's saying, often when we're unhealed, we are held back in this life that He wants to give to you, so that, you know, Jesus Christ came so that we would have life, and that more abundantly, right? He's the God of above and beyond. He is the God of exceedingly and abundantly, and, you know, just not what's good, but what's better. This is the God we serve. So He will not allow you to be mediocre. He will not allow you to do half of what He has for you. He won't allow you to say, that's good enough. No, He wants to take you all the way. But He's saying for many, they are tethered to the ground. They are tethered to the past. They are tethered. Though they want to move forward, it's like they're running and they can't go. These, you know, they're held back. But the Lord is saying, if you're willing to be healed, you know, He hears the cries of your heart, but are you willing to go through His processes to endure these strongholds, the process of breaking these strongholds? And so He's saying that if you're willing, He can take you through His processes in order to heal you, in order to bring you forward, in order to use you for His glory. If you're willing, let Him know. He loves you very much. He's a good Father, and He hears the cries of your heart. And He says it's time. It's about time you get started in this life. Hallelujah.